Hello and welcome to Crown Chat with Nichelle Miller. I am your host, Nichelle Miller, and I am so excited to have you here with us. If it's your first time ever, welcome. If you've been here with me before, welcome back. I think we're good. I got an alert that we may have some streaming issues, but that's okay because we are also on YouTube and then we're also on your podcast platform. So you'll be able to catch us there. If you're not familiar, I'm Nichelle Miller, the host of tonight's show, as well as your Pure International Elite Miss Heartland USA for a few more months. And then I'll be crowning my successor. Kind of sad, but excited for her. And I just use my platform, which is the Power to Dream, to encourage, inspire, and display the amazingness of women that are in pageantry that are either directors or contestants or pageant contributors in some form, and just to share their journey, just to show you that behind every crown, there is a story, there is a real woman, there is a journey that you can relate to, so that if you are not sure if this is something you want to get into, you may consider it. With that, let's get into tonight's special guest. I am very excited. I've never had a guest from this system before, so this is huge for me. I would like y'all to welcome my special guest tonight, Mrs. Marissa Farris, Miss Florida Galaxy 2023. Woo!
Hello.
Welcome, Queen. How are you?
I'm good. I'm so excited to be here.
I am so excited to have you. I think we're good. We were having some issues, but I think we're okay. And we'll catch it on replay. If it's acting weird, we'll figure it out. But anyway, the show will go on. So tell us who you are.
So I'm Marissa Farris. I am Miss Florida Galaxy 2023 in the Galaxy International Pageant System. And so I'm a mom of 3 biological children and 2 bonus children. And I'm a U.S. Army veteran. And I'm a nurse and a social worker. So my hat is filled.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I love that you said the same thing kind of the way I describe our family. So I'm a mom of 3 bio kids and 2 bonus kids. So I love it. Love it. Love it. And you're also the amazing Miss Florida Galaxy 2023. How did you get there?
So I decided in April when I saw that the system was coming to Orlando, I was like, it's in my state. There's no reason. I go to Orlando almost every 2 weeks. And I'm like, there's no reason why I can't do that competition. It's a system that I had been watching due to the director, Maria. I really like what she stands for and the goals that she has for her system. And then I also like the quality of queens that come to her system and the work that they do put behind the crown. And my coach, Crystal Cavey, she really inspired me. And I, the crown itself is just beautiful. So seeing the work behind it, the true meaning, the morals and values, when I saw that it was truly being held in Florida this year, I prayed about it and I said, this is a system that I eventually wanted to try to win at. And if it was in the cards to see if I could, compete this year. And I kind of put the idea to, family and friends and sponsors saying, hey, I'm thinking about competing in the system. Who would sponsor me to try to get the fees paid? And I was like, if the interest fees get paid, then I'm going to go full all in. And they did. And so April, I kind of put it out there and it got paid by the end of April, my entire fee to compete. And so since then I've been going full throttle for Miss Florida Galaxy.
I love that. That's incredible. Absolutely. Wow. I've never had my full fees paid. Where are my sponsors?
That's I will put it out there. I'll bug people like, hey, look, y'all support everything else. And just because I'm an adult, don't mean I don't need support too.
Exactly. Good for you. Good for you. Okay. So I kind of a cheat, y'all. So Crystal Cavey, I'm very familiar with. That was my coach as well this year. And then I got to work with Maria. They partnered and did a workshop. And those two together,
see, I've never actually met Maria in person. So during the competition, it's going to be my first time meeting her when we do, orientation and everything. So I'm really excited because I hear nothing but good things about her. And I do watch her on Facebook and everything. And I'm like, okay, she's a different type of director and CEO of this system. She has a specific plan and she executes that plan fully. And I'm like, okay, I just love what she stands for. So I'm really excited to meet her in person.
That's awesome. She's a powerhouse. It was my first time meeting her, and I'm a fan for life. So, Maria, if you're watching, fan.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm excited for you. So, what are the areas of competition for Miss Galaxy?
So it's going to be for my division. It will be swimsuit, interview, fun fashion, and evening gown.
Wow. Okay. Okay. So then to get your state title, did you compete in those areas as well? And then you're just going to kind of advance it on to the national
No,
level?
I believe the national title for USA were at like kind of like at large titles. I didn't
Okay.
have to compete for this one. It was more of they do vet them out of who
Okay.
they're going to allow to represent a state title. And then the international ones, they do definitely compete in those systems internationally before coming to the internationals.
That's amazing. And I'm sure Maria has quite the vetting system because she don't play. I can't wait for you to meet her.
No. Also, I was thankful I was even given the application.
She does not play heart of gold, but she's going to tell you like it is. I love it. Okay.
Yes.
So, when is nationals for you? Because it's really soon.
Yes.
International.
So it is, we are going to have like a pre-workshop the day before, but orientation is officially on the 23rd. So that's just next Wednesday. Yes. And so the competition will be held Saturday night.
Okay.
It will be live streamed. They haven't sent us out the link yet, but it will be live streamed on multiple platforms, whether it's UK Galaxy's Facebook page, Canada's Facebook page, I believe, and also YouTube. But it's definitely going to be live streamed.
Awesome. Awesome. So we will definitely be watching that. So that's in a week. Are you packed?
No, I'm not packed yet. um, so I actually going to start that this weekend. What I did was I've noticed in competitions that not all the time we have somewhere to hang our items when we are backstage changing in those fast, we got to
Yeah.
hurry up and get to the next area of competition. And our things will oftentimes fall on the floor, get misplaced. So I just purchased a portable clothing rack stand, and I'm going to see if it will hold all my items. And it just came today. So after this interview, I'm going to put all my items on it, see if it does it, because I am coming to this to the competition alone. I'm not bringing my family.
Okay.
And so if I'm going to be alone, I want to be able to make sure that I carry my things and everything will be okay, organized. So I bought the stand. I'm gonna see if it holds all my items, and if it holds it, then I'll be using that backstage. But I wanted to really plan, like start packing slowly to make sure I don't forget anything, like
Mhm.
just different items. And that was something that I found that over the years we don't always have somewhere to hang our items, so our dress is just on the floor,
Yeah.
and I'm like, these sponsors paid too much money for this year. Let
Exactly.
me find
Exactly.
something to hang them on.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, I never pack to the last minute. I don't know. It's kind of my vibe. If I pack too early, I'm worried I forget something, and I don't know.
Yes. Yeah, so I'm starting this weekend. Saturday I'll be
Okay.
starting, and actually, and then I got garment bags for each item with the jewelry that goes with it and the shoes that go with it, so that I just got to pull the garment bag and everything's in
Okay.
it.
Perfect. You're spot on. Spot on. Okay. So we know your areas of competition. What is your platform or your impact that you're taking along with you?
So my platform is called the Beautiful Campaign, and what it is, my slogan this year has really been: "We see you, we hear you, and we love you." And what it means is that it's for anybody, to let them know that we see the hard work you're putting in. You're not alone. Mental health is real, and we're here to support you. So I'm bringing in those resources. I'm linking, as a case manager in social work, I do this daily where I'm assessing people and seeing their needs, projecting their needs ahead of time, and linking them to those resources to fit those needs. So globally and internationally, I am linking just anybody, no matter if they're a child, elderly, a pregnant mom, postpartum, whatever it is, to make sure that they have those mental health resources that they need to be able to truly ask and seek help without feeling that they're going to be subject to criticism or anything like that. And later on, and with that is combined with it's called beautiful wellness boxes. And so going forward after competition, I will be once a month. I have sponsors who are going to donate tangible items, and I'm going to put that in a box. And it's going to go to one person a month, unless I get more sponsors, but
Mhm.
they have to be recommended. So, and the goal for them to be recommended is because they don't know that other people see them and that they saw the efforts that they put in, just to remind them that, hey, we love you, keep it up, keep up the good work. We all have gotten down at some point, but it's okay, keep it up, we see you, we love you, we're here for you. And so it's just a gentle reminder that take self-care, so once a month I'll be literally sending those boxes out, and they're called beautiful wellness boxes. And I just hope it blossoms the way I want it to go, because I just know that so many people will benefit from it, just to be reminded that we're here.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. I love that. And I think so much more in the pageant world, mental health and mental wellness has been such a elevated topic, or a topic for awareness, because there are so many contestants and title holders. And we saw, with the suicide rates going up and the different things among title holders, that mental health is not what we're not okay. And it's okay not to be okay. So I think that acknowledgement is incredible, because you never know. You never know what someone's going through. And it's usually the people that look like us that say we're okay. That's, how are you doing? I'm okay. But,
Yeah.
you're juggling everything, and you're not always okay. So I love that. I love that. So kind of piggybacking into that, for everyone that's following you. So August 1st, you posted a very, very vulnerable picture of yourself crying. So tell us a little bit about that. And does that tie into your platform?
Yes. So, and I literally debated the entire time. I was like, I don't want to post this. I don't want to post this. But I was like, you know what? It's fear. And I teach this of overcoming fear, to do it while scared, do it while crying, do it while cussing me out. I don't, but do it, do it anyway, get through it. And so that day, everything just was, it was just overflowing. I felt like nobody was hearing me. I felt like I was giving too much of myself, but not being able to take care of myself the way I needed to. And then I just sat there and I locked myself in the bathroom and I cried. And I think I was crying for like 3 hours, honestly. But it wasn't just for me. It was, I work in social work, and I'm literally in charge of dealing with people getting reunification of their kids. And then on the weekends, I'm also, talking to doctors about, hey, I think we might want to switch this client to hospice. They're declining. I think we need to get the family to do this. And so it was boiling over. And it reminded me, and I was sitting there and I said, if I'm feeling like this, I know other people are feeling like this. They've went through the postpartum depression and had nobody to call on, or not necessarily that they didn't have anybody to call on. They didn't want them to know that they were weak at that point, and that they needed time for themselves. And it just really reminded me. And I sat there and I said, I've had those times where I felt defeated. I had those times back in as a teenager where I tried to kill myself. Um, I had those same exact moments, and I wanted people to see that it's okay. Like, we all have had our moments. It's just important for you to get up and get through it. And by me posting it, it was more of to show that, because I know a lot of people see me, they're like, she's strong, she doesn't go through anything. If you knew half of the story, my mom was cussing me when I was 7 years old. Things happened after that that shouldn't have happened, like sexual abuse. There's been domestic violence. There's been so many things that has happened to me in my life. And it's only been through my faith that I've gotten through everything, and my perseverance and grit, and just having that motivation, that internal motivation that no, I need better. I need to break the generational curses. And so it was just to show everybody that I'm not perfect. Whoever is looking at me and saying, because I have had clients, say, well, you're just perfect. And I have to stop them right there. I'm not perfect.
Yeah.
And I don't want anybody to ever think that. And so I wanted to truly show that we're all talking about mental health, especially in the pageant world. We're saying, oh, mental health is so important, but who is actually showing when we truly get to those low moments? And I have not seen anybody truly show what happens when they get into those low moments. And
Yeah.
so I'm like, okay, it's a difference of saying, oh, we're talking about it, we're educating. The preventable can be prevented, but because we're not showing those low points and being transparent during some of these moments, people truly don't believe in it.
Yeah.
That's why suicide occurs, because they're not seeing people that's like them going through the same things as them. And so as a woman of color, as a woman who's not a size zero, as a woman who has a blended family, and I wanted to just show that I'm just like you. I have those low moments, and I need my me time as well. But it's okay, because we can just get through it. Like, we have that time to cry it out, make a plan, and then execute that plan. But it's okay to cry. It's okay not to be okay. And
Yeah.
it's okay to, like, you can be a professional and still have to go see a professional. Like, some people do not understand. It is okay. So it's okay. Just trust yourself and have your faith. Like, you will get through it. So I just wanted people to know that, like, it was very hard for me to post that, because we're taught to be strong,
Yeah.
but I wanted people to see that I can be weak as well, but in my weakness, you also find strength, because so many things could have happened behind that picture. But I was crying for others as well. The hardships that they're facing, with getting reunification of their kids, and the substance abuse problem that's going on in my local community and just globally. Like, fentanyl is a big problem. Flocka is a big problem. And it's really taking over our youth. And so it was just all boiling, and I just needed to let it out. And so
Yeah.
that's all I was just letting it out and letting people know that I'm just like you. I'm not somebody that's not relatable. I have been through things, and I'm here right along with you fighting.
Yeah. I love that. And I love that for so many reasons. I think it's important as a title holder to be relatable. So, to be relatable, not only for how you look and not being, because you and we're not the standard cookie cutter model sizes. We are
No.
moms and we are wives and we have blended families and we're doing so much, but to show we go through. And I think that picture is so important for people to see that, okay, wait a minute. She looks, people looking would think, well, everything's perfect. But if she's going through and still chugging along, then I can too. So that's so encouraging for
Yes.
people. Oh, we had a really good question here. What can we in the community do to stop the stigma of mental health issues? Good question.
So in the community, it's actually being transparent and letting everybody know there is a problem. If people are denying that there's a problem, especially with the youth, um, nothing's going to get done. And in addition to that, you have to allow people to have their feelings. Everybody has a right to have their own feelings, no matter if they're a child or not. And a lot of times in the community, people try to tell people how they're supposed to feel. That's not right. So if you acknowledge that, okay, I hear you. I see that, okay, you have the right to feel that way. I have the right to feel how I'm going to feel. Okay, now what do we do? And you have to literally ask the question. And I do this in counseling all day. I had to do it today. What can I do today to help you get to that next point?
Ooh.
And if that next point is rehab, or that next point is, well, I want to be stable from not having my mental health condition, ask them, what do you need?
Mm-hmm.
because that person is one of the most professional people to tell you what they need.
Yeah.
If they know that they have an addiction problem, and they're like, look, I need to get away from here. How can, okay, you need to get away from here. Now I know, okay, are you ready for inpatient rehab? You are? Okay. How far are you willing to go? Because I can
Mhm.
send you across the country.
Right.
But so and if it's something as, I don't want to go through the downs of bipolar disorder. How okay, so are you ready to be on medication? No, 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 I don't want to be on medication. Okay, well, what do you want? Do you want counseling? Do you want a peer support group? Do you want to just do creative counseling where you're doing art or music therapy or equine therapy? What does it look like to get to that next point? And when you start and you make a conversation, and it's called motivational interviewing, when you make it a conversation and you be objective, you can't get in your feelings and say, oh, well, that person hurt my feelings. But no, you have to understand culture diversity, because different cultures have experienced vast majority of different things. And then you have to be objective. Let people feel how they're going to feel,
Yeah,
and
definitely.
then respect it and make a plan and move forward.
I love that. And I love that asking what do you need? Because I think so many times we want to fix, or we want to share, well, this is what'll work for you, but maybe that's not what that person needs.
Yes.
So that's such a good point. Okay. Oh my God.
It's exactly with domestic violence too. You can't help someone. You can't be in there and be Superwoman or Superman, because they're going to go back to it. They have to be ready for change. And if you just ask them, what do you need to get to that next point? And it can literally be going from level 5 to level 6. And if that's too much of a big, okay, well, what can we get to 5.5?
Right.
You meet them where they're at. You don't enforce yourself on them. You meet them where they're at, and that's how you get to change.
Wow. I love that. Yeah, we started out Crown Chat deep tonight. I hope you are catching this. All right. So you're going to Miss Galaxy. How did your pageant journey begin? Because this is not your first pageant, I don't think, right?
No, no, it's not my very first. So I actually competed in different systems as a teenager. Do
Okay.
not remember those at all. And I had modeling contracts as well. I don't remember them. But what actually ended up happening as an adult was back in 2017, 2018. Um, I didn't realize who I wanted to be. Like I was lost. I was out of the military. I got my degree. I immediately started working, but I still was lost. I didn't know what was making me happy anymore. And I said, well, you know what? I want to try to do pageants again. At least that was something to get me on the road. And so I immediately found US Continental System and Barbara Lugo and John Lugo. They were amazing directors to me and really made me feel like family. So I started off competing with them. And so every year, I even competed while pregnant. And I just started really enjoying competing again, and remembering that every time I did it, I was growing into who I was and who I wanted to be, and the legacy that I wanted to leave behind. You know what? I'm doing this for me. And my mentor even had someone do something for you that's going to remind you to take care of yourself yearly. Because anybody that knows me, I'm in the community. I one of the somebody at work was saying, hey, we got to dress professional. I said, when I dress professional, my clients don't trust me. So and because I'm in the community, like I'm in those neighborhoods, and a lot of times you won't find those pictures or anything because I'm not dressed pretty. I'm in there,
Right.
I'm really making an impact, and they rather me look like them, and so I just said, you know what? Pageants actually remind me to take care of myself, because if I don't take care of myself and fill my cup, I can't fill other people's cup. So
Yeah.
I just once I realized that pageants was the one thing that I could hold on to remind me at least once a month, I need to do something for myself to make sure my health was okay, to make sure my mental spirit and everything was okay. That's what I did. And then outside of that, I just love networking. I love seeing it. To me, it's a big old sister retreat,
Yeah.
and I get to meet all my friends again annually and just take pictures and be filled with women empowerment in the room and motivation. And I really just refill my cup. Yes, we're competing for a crown, and the meaning behind the crown, but I truly just like the experience of networking and being around people who truly enjoy the gift of competing like I do, and the growing that we each do annually. So I just love to see the journey that I've done.
I love that. I love that. And I love that you see it as a way to pour into you because it's you time. So I
Yes.
love that.
And I'm
So
really excited because this is the first system that I'm competing in since doing US Continental. And so the US Continental has had me like the last 4 or 5 years in a row. And so this is the only second system that I'm going to compete in as an adult. And I'm really excited because I've been waiting for Yadira to do hair and makeup, and she's going to be there. And I found a way for a sponsor to pay for all 4 days. So I'm like, I'm getting my hair and makeup done. I'm getting photo shoots done. I'm seeing queens from international. I love traveling internationally, especially when I was in the military. So I'm like, oh, this is the biggest retreat for me ever. And I'm not taking none of my kids, and I'm just going to have a ball. So I'm really excited.
I love it. I love it. So that brought up so many questions for me. So you've competed as a teen, as an adult. What is your advice? Because I see a lot of this where moms are trying to live through their daughters and pushing daughters to compete as teens, and this poor teen girl is like hating life. What is your advice to those mamas?
Let them be them. I swear it got when I competed, I loved it, and I do appreciate what my stepmom did for me to help me be able to compete. But there were some times that I truly can remember I was just like, that dress, that dress, that dress. Like I didn't care
Right.
anymore. Like
Right.
I was tired of it because it was like you're telling me what I look good in, what I like, and I'm what I don't like, and I'm like I can't figure out my personality, what I'm comfortable in it. Or if I tell you something, you're saying no, it's this and it's that, and it's like you know what, this is not fun anymore.
Yeah.
Don't take the fun out of it for them. They're there to truly meet people and to grow. These are friendships that they're building for a lifetime. And it really opens the door to modeling contracts. And I remember I met one of my rest in peace. She's passed away now, but one of my girls, we adopted each other as sisters.
Oh.
Her name was Maya, and she had the most loveliest spirit and everything. And me and her and two guys just clicked. We had a modeling gig, and I remember I did something during the modeling shoot. It was like an open modeling shoot. I switched my shirt, did something. One of the stylists came and it was like, "Who told you to do that?" And I was like, "I did." And so they was like, "Oh, it's nice that way anyway." But they wanted to see if I was confident in myself, and I was like, "I did." Like, and but
Right.
even after that, we had been working since like 6 a.m. It was now literally like 11:30 at night, and we hadn't eaten. Everybody was tired, and it was for one of the first times that, well, not the first. It was actually a couple of times because I had seen it when I was younger, but where they won't really feed you back in the day. And then they brought us a bag of M&Ms and told us to share that bag. And I,
4 people. Was it
no,
the
it
was
was more
it
than four. It was more than four. That was just the four that I was hanging with.
was it at least the big bag?
No, no. I'm serious.
So you
We
got 2
all,
M&Ms.
I'm serious. And that was what, and that's a core memory because I was like 30 at night. So I say, yeah, I'm won. And they were like, okay, y'all have to be back at like 6 o'clock in the morning. And I told the team at that point, I said, you know what? I'm hungry. I'm ordering a pizza. And they were like, really? You're gonna like that's not gonna they're not gonna like that. You know, they're all watching. I said, I don't care. I'm hungry. I'm ordering me a pizza. I have not eaten all day. I'm ordering a pizza. I ordered a pizza and we all shared it. And they actually were watching us. And they came by and they said, thank you for doing that. We wanted to see who was going to bend and do what we asked and who wasn't, because we wanted to see if they had smarts. We were starving.
Yeah.
And the rest of the night we just played, and in the hotel we had like got to know each other, and we really did. We truly kept in contact for a while. And but like I said, she's passed away now. But that was my sister, and we all loved each other and kept in contact with as long as we could. And it was a very memorable event. And they did offer us contracts to go overseas, but we were like, we don't want to go by ourselves. We'd rather take our parents to.
Right.
And they're like, no, we just didn't. We was like, that's okay.
Wow.
But just don't take the fun out of it. Let them truly enjoy the experience.
Yeah, definitely. And I think too, but you and I think our experience is going to be very different than a lot of other people, is working with a coach who also doesn't take the fun out of the experience. And I know that Crystal is really good about letting it be you, but I don't know if you've had experience with other coaches or seen people work with other coaches that kind of take the
No,
individuality out of it.
I have not. I don't know what made me reach out to Crystal. I don't know. I know it was while I was with US Continental. I don't remember who I saw working with her, how she came across my page, but something told me to reach out to her. I did. And from the first moment that I met her, I was like, yep, this is a friend for lifetime. And if she's not a friend, I'm adopting her as a mother figure. And she stuck with me regardless, because she got the same birthday as me. And so I was like, I'm not letting her go. So
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, so I just, yeah, since then I've loved her. She's been very authentic and true, and she gets me. And something okay, speaking of this current attire, I got my evening gown, and I went to say I'm never truly confident when I first get my attire, and I'm trying it on because I don't have the full hair and makeup and everything.
I get it.
And
I get it.
and I'm gonna do this to the gown, this, and this. And she straight up told me, she said, if you do that, you're gonna look like a clown.
That's very Crystal. Yes, it is.
She said, this is not a costume party. And I said, nobody else would have been able to say that to me, but you did, and I love you for it. And so I didn't change anything, but it made me realize, Marissa, what are you doing? Like you're getting in your head, and I needed her to snap me out of it. And that's how she did. She was like, you're going to look like a clown. And I was like, oh, all right.
That sounds like her. That's her. But she says it with love, so you can't be mad because you're like, okay, I get it. I get it.
Yes, she definitely says it with love. So I was like, okay.
I love it. I love it. So you mentioned that you're not taking the husband and the kids. Have you competed before and taken them with you?
Not all of them, just half of them. But
Okay.
even the half that I did bring, they come, and then they're still mommy. Even though daddy or uncle or grandpa is right there who is in charge of them, they will find a way to mommy. I'm like, I'm busy. I need this time to meet my sister queens, to get to know them, to do this, to do that. And so I realized that, okay, for me anyway, for me to be able to focus and get what I need to out of this, I can't bring them.
Awesome. I always wonder people's experiences. I've competed with my husband and I love it. And then I was talking to another queen a few shows ago and she's like, nope, I can't take him. He drives me crazy. He's in the way. And then, but I've never competed with the kids with us. So we always are very intentional about leaving the kids. So I see where that could be no.
Yeah. And the youngest is 8. about 20 months now. I would say about 20 months. So the youngest is 20 months. The one above her is 4. The one above that is 7. Then 11 and 12. The 11 and 12 is fine, but the other 3, no, they will mommy me. And I will not be able to focus. And not to mention, they are very quick. So I would have a concern that they would run on the stage while I'm trying to actually do my part of the competition, and I don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Okay. And you've got littles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got grown kids. We're over them. And we've got a couple littles, but not that little. So what have you been doing to get prepared? I mean, this is a big deal in a week. So what have you been doing to get prepared for this?
So actually, I have just slowly just done what's in my spirit. So since the picture that I posted, I've slowly been doing things that my spirit says, hey, I need this today. And so last week I I met my birth mom in person for the first time in about 10 years. And this was her first time seeing any of her grandchildren. So this is her first time meeting them. And we, had a discussion, and we're trying to build a relationship. Like I said, she lost custody of us when me and my natural sister when I was 7, and we haven't had a relationship with her. So this was the first time, and we spent the weekend, and it was a needed weekend. And I really closed off from work and just really got to just embrace, hey, this is mom. Let's have fun. This is your grandma. Let's see, if you can make a connection with her. So I did that last week. Since coming back from that, I've been slowly doing little things that my spirit says, okay, I need this. So like yesterday, I just literally listened to old school R&B once I got home from work all night. I've let it play throughout the night, and it was just music therapy for me. It really calmed my emotions. It really calmed my mind. I just let my body flow. If I felt like dancing or grooving to it, then I did. If I didn't, I just laid down and I just relaxed. I think the day before that, I can't remember what I did the day before that, but I'm literally I did my smoothies. Um, I know that I need to detox a little so that I'm not as bloated because I have irregular cycles. So I'm like, I don't need my cycle coming and I'm bloating and I don't feel confident on stage. So I'm like, let me start detoxing now. And so I'm starting that. I've started doing that. And then little things like today I just said, you know what? I don't feel like going to court today. And so I just honestly was like, okay, if y'all need me, this is the number to reach me here. Because I have a lot of flexibility in my schedule. So if they need me and it's important, I'm definitely there. But if it's not and you just want me to show my face, it's not. I don't have to show my face every time. You know exactly who I am. If I'm coming, I'm going to have the facts, and it's going to be questions asked, and I'm going to challenge you. So today I didn't feel like that was needed of me. So I was like, okay, that was a boundary. I didn't do it.
Wow.
So I just am listening to my spirit and little things that are that saying, hey, I need you to do this today. And that's how I'm preparing.
I love that. I think we get so bogged down with the little stuff and the last minute, and then we just go crazy. And then by the time we get there, we're exhausted.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what I'm trying not to do. That's why I said, oh, you know what? I do probably need a portable storage rack. Let me see if a clothing rack help. But honestly, I'm just so excited to just start meeting everybody and really just being away, being in my environment. Because like my spouse, he does not understand pageantry, and it's like talking to a wall. So I'm like, I get tired of trying to explain it. I'm like, it's because he thinks it's like the old school beauty pageants where it's just beauty, and I'm like, that's not what pageantry is. But some people you can change minds, some you can't, and you just have to keep moving.
Yeah,
And so I'm just really excited. I'm just really just doing what my spirit says. Okay, I need this today.
I love it. I love that. So, as you're preparing for pageant, do you have one room where all your clothes are right now and it's a hot mess?
Ain't a hot mess. But it is one room. Yes.
One room. Okay.
Yeah. And the I have so in my closet, we moved into my new home, and I hung up all of my clothes. And I'm pretty sure it was the pageant items that was the last straw on his back. Because all the
You
shelving
broke it?
came down. Yep. Every single thing in that shit in my closet just came down. And the only thing I could do was walk off. I was like, and so my spouse was like, "What you gonna do?" And I said, "I don't want to talk about that right now." So, but he found me a shelving unit, and so now I have a different shelving unit where I have my professional clothes, I have my casual clothes, and then in the back I have just pageant attire, and we got it, where it is holding all of it equally, so that
Mhm.
one side isn't heavier than the other side. So everything's in there. I just don't have it packed.
Okay. I asked because in my closet, we had the closet bar that and it was bowing. It was bowing so bad. And I knew I was like, oh, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. And so then I took over the guest room and that became my pageant closet. And then my
Ah,
real closet is another closet. And then the guest room bed became my staging area when I was packing. And that's where all the stuff was. And it was a hot mess. But I'm proud of you for not being a hot mess.
well, he's a little OCD, so it's hard for me to. It probably would be a hot mess, but he got some OCD, so I try not to make it too much of a mess.
That's fair. That's now is he military as well or former military?
No, no, just
Okay.
me.
Okay. See, because sometimes that, that can make you be tidy too. But
Oh
okay,
yeah.
that's fair. So you are mom, queen, community activist, wife. I mean, all these things. How do you keep everything balanced and keep your schedule aligned?
Actually, I use an app called Cozy, and it allows you to be able to, if whoever I want to give access to the app to, they can put their appointments in it. I can break down appointments of who's going where on what day, what color. And so I use that to put in anywhere from the kids' appointments to what client I'm seeing for that day. If I'm taking a personal time to go get my hair done, I really plan, and I plan months in advance. Oftentimes, like the social working, that is flexible because people have different crises at different times, so that's flexible. But most often things are planned at least 3 months in advance for me, and he hates it. He hates it because he's like, why do you plan so far for vacation? I'm like, because I want to make sure when I go, I ain't got no bills that gotta be paid because they already paid in advance,
Right.
and
Right.
trip is already paid in advance, so I'm not worried about not having money to enjoy myself. Like, I really plan everything. Like, I plan for worst case scenario. I plan for mistakes to be able to happen. Like, okay, if this happens, I have more time to still be able to pay a bill off that might have came out of nowhere,
Mhm.
or I have an emergency savings. So my thing is really planning at least 3 months out for things that I truly need to get accomplished.
I love it. I love it because I'm a planner too, and I'm like, if it's not in the book, it's not happening. And I'm a paper planner. I do put some stuff in my phone, but yeah, I've used Cozy before. So if y'all have multiple schedules, y'all need to check it out because it'll really help your family. Okay.
Yes.
Tell me about a memorable moment you've had promoting your platform.
A memorable moment. There It's every day. And I'm gonna say it's every day, and I'm gonna break it down a little bit. Um, so most people talking to me would not know that I have a TBI. And so when I have migraines or headaches, I actually forget things and I do not remember them. So that's why I use Cozy, because I put it in there so that I have access to that calendar every day. So for me, I make my business to show that I'm doing my platform daily. So if I decided that, hey, this person just needs some gas money, okay, here. I was filling up, I had to fill up my tank anyway. You already right here. Here. Might as well fill yours up with mine. You needed something to eat. I'm not about to eat in front of you. Just order something to eat. You know, I show kindness. I show compassion daily. And by doing that, I'm a walking, talking, breathing my beautiful campaign, because it's just to literally show them that we're here, we see you, we hear you, and we love you. And I just do it every day so that I don't have to remember one big event, because I don't have one big event. I'm doing something daily to show that this is something that's a part of everybody's life. Everybody can do it no matter where they are. It's just about showing a little bit of compassion.
I love that. I love that. And it makes it, again, so relatable, because you're walking the talk, and it makes it amazing for everybody that's watching you and seeing everything that you do. You did mention earlier, for your platform and for your upcoming, the boxes and everything you're going to ship out, people have to be nominated. How would someone nominate someone to you for that?
So I'm sorry, you
It's
guys,
okay.
it's
I'm a
they
mama.
are, they have just got back, so they're about to start.
It's okay.
But basically, I am going to put out a Google form, and so they will be able to. I'm going to publicly put that Google form out there so that every month they will be able to come in and vote. And in it is just going to say the name, their address if they have the address, and then just a blurb of why are they recommending them? What made you notice them to say, hey, I see them. I don't know if they see themselves and they remember themselves that they're loved, but I want them to know that they are loved and that we see them, we hear them. And I'm literally, and when those come in, I did think about, and I'm not sure yet fully, but my heart is I'm going to pray over those names. And the one that God tells me, hey, this is it, this who needs it, that's where it's going. And it's not the most, I guess, political way, because most people be like, oh, just put it in the number thing or a circle and have it randomly choose. But I really want these to be meaningful boxes, and go to meaningful situations. And like you said, you never know what somebody else is going through. And I do believe in my faith to know that, okay, if it's put in my heart, it means it's something that I need to do, and I give myself 3 times. So I don't go with the first one. Like I wait a couple days, I'll pray over it. If that name's come back a third time, that's the one it's going to.
I love that. I love faith-based people. I love it. I love it. Okay, so if someone, I mean, because you're the sponsorship queen here, I'm gonna have to get the tips. But if someone wants to assist or sponsor or donate, should they just reach out to you, or are you going to have a special way for people to get in touch with you for that?
Yeah, just reach out to me. I'm an open book. And it's really easy to find me. I don't I'm one of the people who got the same number that's been the same number for 15 years. Um so it's very easy to contact me, and I really get back very fast. So they can reach me on Facebook. If they just say, oh no, we want to be anonymous donation, they can cash app. My cash app's on my Facebook page as well. It's in Farris 6. But it's the same way, even with right now there's the Galaxy People's Choice. If they can, donate those funds, it's $1 a vote. They can donate via cash app to me, and I'll transfer it to Crystal KV. But again, those posts are on my Facebook. So it's just reach out and communicate with me, because I'm able to accept Venmo, PayPal. They can mail like those tangible objects if they have a business and they want their, like if it's soaps or something, I will give them my address to mail those items to me, because I'm literally going to put a bunch of items in another box. And I want queens, anybody that really wants to be a part of this, I want to also put notes from different queens of inspiration. So if you guys have business cards or comp cards, and you just want to sign your name on them and put them in these boxes, or you want to write an inspiration card or something, send them to me. I will put them in these boxes.
I love it. I love it. And I love the partnership with other queens and other systems, because the more that we can connect, the more people we can reach. And that's what this is all about. So
Yes.
I love it. I love it. Okay. we're getting to the end of our show. I try not to keep it over an hour. So we have a few minutes left, and I think we're having, and this is something that's going on with our streaming service. We're having some tech issues, so I'm not seeing a lot of questions come through. But I have a feeling once I post this, once I end the broadcast, everything's going to go. So I may be messaging you some questions. So if y'all are typing questions and I'm not seeing them, I apologize. I'm having some tech issues, but we will get them answered and get back to you. But with that, Queen, is there anything that you want us to know about you that we may not know, or ways we can support you this coming week?
So support me by watching the live stream. Definitely get on there, chant my name, and hearts when that's live streamed. It'll be I believe, on YouTube, on UK Galaxy's Facebook page and Canada's Facebook page. You can also vote me as People's Choice winner, which is $1 vote. You can do it through Cash App, which is on my page, was Farris6. And I'll transfer it to Crystal Cavey or Crystal Cavey's PayPal or Venmo. I believe hers is also on my Facebook page as well. I don't know the direct, but it's on my Facebook page. And then those are main two ways for the system to promote me. And then to anything that's about me that you guys don't know that I'm the most transparent person. It may that sometimes I'm not somebody that you can just walk up to. Don't mind my face. It's a habit of military to have a stern look, and it's not on purpose. If you just talk to me and open up, I will cry with you. I will laugh with you. I'm your biggest supporter. I'm out here just rooting for everybody to get through life the best way that they know how, because we're at the end of the day, we are all raising a generation that we can't even prepare for. So it like the world is constantly changing and evolving, and we're just trying to get by with what we have right now, and that's okay because we're doing the best we can. But
Absolutely.
if anybody has any questions, definitely reach out. I don't mind talking about my work. Like I said, I do nursing on the weekends, and I'm a social worker through the middle of the week. And then if you guys want to reach out during the pageant itself, feel free to reach out to me and I'll answer the question. If you need to do like a quick live, 15-minute live to say, hey, how's it going? Or ask random questions, I will definitely do that. I'll grab my heart. Hey, answer this question, and we can make a little game out of it. It'll be so fun. But let me.
Uh-oh. We froze. Are you still there? There you are.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. My system's like, it's so delayed. I don't know what's going on. That's okay. We can't stop greatness. It's happening. Awesome. So you'll have to send me your schedule for next week because we may have to bug her, you guys.
Yeah.
See how she's doing. So, we'll have to pop in. We've never done that. Okay. Well, I am so excited for you. I'm so excited to have this time. Oh, now comments are coming through. I knew it. Put her links and deets out, please. Would love to try and watch and cheer for you. Okay, Laura, I will definitely get that out so that you guys can see her competing. I'm excited. So competition starts Friday officially?
Yeah, for interview Friday. So my interview is about 2:00, I believe, and I believe by 7:00, well, really 4:00, we're all done, and we have our infamous white tea. So that, but yeah. But the next day, I believe our competition, because we have a littles competition and the big ones competition. So my competition doesn't start at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time.
Okay. Awesome. Well, I'm excited for you. Please hug Maria for me.
Yes.
She is amazing. Tell her I said hello. Need to get her on here, talk about her awesomeness. Let's see. Okay. I got to do your onstage question. I almost forgot.
Oh, we have an onstage question. Okay.
Yeah, we do onstage. I forgot to tell you that part. Surprise. Okay. All right, Queen, here we go. What makes you confident?
What makes me confident is the fact that I know that the crown does not define me, but that it enhances my voice. And with that, I know that I have celebrated the small accomplishments in my life and the big ones. I have had faith and I trust in myself. And so, with the support system near and far between militaries, family, and friends, I'm confident in who I am. And that's just being authentically me.
I love that. And I'm not even crying. And you almost made me cry, but you didn't get me. Okay. I know I do have to ask. I know I said that was the last question, but what do your former militaries and social work people think of you being a pageant queen?
They support it. They support it wholeheartedly. They be the first ones to say, "Hey, Queen, how you doing? When's the next competition?" They support it. Like they love it. They love that I'm doing something that truly makes me happy and that I truly enjoy, because they know that I when I'm doing it, that means that I am truly actually giving back to the community. Because I will go ghost, and what that means is I'll be in school and I'll be learning. Like, I have one more degree that I need to get. I need to get my doctorate, so I need to enroll back in school for 2 more years, and then I'll be done. But I want to get my doctorate or nurse practitioner, and that's when I'm in school. I don't post as much, but when I'm posting on my social media, they know that I am very active and that I am doing things. And it's like, yeah, you might want to hurry up and get on her books because she busy.
And
um,
she books 3 months in advance. Y'all heard it here. So get
yeah,
on the book.
yeah.
I
So
love it.
but it's a great experience if somebody is truly thinking about doing it. I The way I've been explaining it is, pageantry is a sisterhood that you didn't know you needed until you got it.
Yeah.
So if you're thinking about trying it, try it. But just go to the right system the first time so that you have a great experience. And if you need any recommendations, I'm here, because not every system is going to work for everybody. If Galaxy is meant for you, then come. But if there's another system like Pure International, go to that one. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
Just go to a system that truly embraces you and loves you for who you are.
Definitely. And matches your values. I think so many people get caught up with, oh, well, that's a pretty crown. And it's like, but what's behind it? So
Yeah.
research and referrals and people like you that are transparent. I mean, you don't want to ask somebody that's like, oh yeah, it's great. And they've had a horrible experience. So make sure you find an authentic person to get info from.
Yeah.
So and that is you, Queen. Queen, I can't thank you enough for being on tonight. I'm going to try to get your schedule so we can bug you next week at competition. We've never done that
Yes,
before.
I would love it. The pool party is going to be quite fun. I think I could get some questions answered for you if anybody has some questions during that time.
Awesome. All right. Y'all heard it here. She's offered it to us. So thank y'all for tuning into Crown Chat. If we missed your questions, I promise I will get them over to Queen Marissa and get them answered for you. You can watch the replay of this on YouTube. You can catch it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio. And I can't thank y'all enough for tuning in. Our next show is next Monday. And remember, never dull your sparkle because someone can't handle your shine. Have a great
Oh,
night,
I love
everybody.
it. Awesome.
Thank
Bye.
you.